Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Lan from the hashtag Walk with Lan. Welcome and welcome back to our channel. Have you ever noticed something interesting about hard times? They do not just change the economy, they change people. When money gets tight, when uncertainty shows up, when life feels fragile, people slow down, they simplify, they get practical. And that's exactly what happened during the Great Depression. And here is the surprising part. Many of the habits people used back then still make a lot of sense today. Not because we are poor, not because we are desperate, but because they teach us how to live intentionally, not reactively. So today, let us talk about resilient living in hard times. What people did then, why it worked, and how we can apply it now without feeling deprived. During hard times, waste simply didn't exist. Food scraps weren't trash. They were tomorrow's soup. Leftovers weren't embarrassing. They were responsible. Bones became broth. Stale bread became croutons. Vegetable peels became compost. Nothing was wasted because everything had value. Today, we throw away food because it's cheap. Back then, food was precious. And here is the lesson. Resilience starts when you stop seeing leftovers as less than and start seeing them as resources. People didn't cook for Instagram. They cooked to survive and to stretch. Simple ingredients, simple meals, food that filled you up without showing off. Beans, rice, potatoes, eggs, seasonal vegetables. Cooking simply wasn't boring. It was smart. Okay, kung cooking simply wasn't boring. It was smart. And ironically, many of today's healthy diets are just a return to that simplicity. Resilient living isn't about fancy recipes. It's about meals that work again and again. This one hits hard today. Jars became storage containers. Old towels became cleaning rags. Broken furniture was repaired, not replaced. Homes weren't upgraded, they were rearranged. People ask one question before buying anything new. Can I make do with what I already have? That mindset alone saves money, reduces stress, and builds creativity. Modern life tells us buy the solution. Hard times teach us be the solution. During hard times, people didn't chase bigger houses. They chose smaller spaces, shared living, lower monthly pressure. Housing wasn't about status. It was about shelter and stability. Because when your housing cost is reasonable, everything else becomes easier. Less stress, more flexibility, more breathing room. Resilient living starts with lowering your biggest fixed expense. Cash matter back then. Spend with intention. When you handed over money, you felt it. Debt wasn't casual. Spending wasn't automatic. Every purchase asks a question. Is this worth it? Today, spending is invisible. Tap, swipe, click. But intentional spending brings awareness back. Resilient people don't spend perfectly, they spend consciously. Six, buy use when possible. Use wasn't shameful, it was practical. Someone else already paid depreciation. You got the value. Clothes, furniture, tools, buying used kept people flexible. Less debt, fewer regrets. Even today, secondhand shopping isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart. Okay, seven, huh? Seven. Wear things out. Not until bored. Not until a new model comes out. Until finish. Shoes were worn thin. Clothes were patched. Tools were used until they couldn't be used anymore. This builds patience and gratitude. Resilient living teaches you to respect what you own because replacing everything all the time creates pressure you don't need. Number eight, no wants versus needs. Hard times have a way of clarifying priorities. These are the needs: food, shelter, health, safety. These are wants: convenience, status, upgrades. When times are tough, that lines becomes very clear. And once you learn the difference, you never unsee it. Resilience isn't deprivation, it's clarity. Learn useful skills. During hard times, skills were security, fixing things, growing food, cooking well, sewing, repairing. The more skills you had, the fewer problems could break you. Even today, practical skills equal freedom. Extra capability means extra options. And options create resilience. My dear viewers and supporters, what we often call frugal today is really just intentional living, using what we have, wasting less, choosing simplicity on purpose, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Hard times do not just take things away, they teach us what actually matters. So here is my question for you, my dear subscribers, supporters, and friends. What frugal or resilient habits did your parents or grandparents teach you? My dear subscribers, watchers, supporters, please do share them in the comment section. I'd love to read them. And of course, I will be replying on these messages. And my dear friends, and if this video helped you slow down and think differently, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs who needs it right now. Thank you so much and God bless you all and till next time around.